Good everybody, boy Cozy Boy Don back again with another video, and today we're gonna be recapping the draft. The NBA draft process came and went, and the entirety of the process was fun. Draft night was great. The top 3 winners projected, but then after that there was a bit of madness. Some of the madness was like, okay, I can see it, I can rock with your vision. Others left me dumbfounded, like what? Okay, and all in all, draft night was fun, but like I said, there were some surprises. And we're going to recap it all today. It's going to be a longer video, so get you something to eat, get you something to drink, you feel me? Kick back, get cozy with your boy Don. Let's get it. Alright y'all, let's get into it. I do want to start with the preface though. 9 of the first round picks I have made videos on, so when they come up, these segments will be shorter, and I will put the cards for these players in the video, as well as put the link in the description as well. So if you're more interested in what I have to say about them in the detailed sense, go and check out those videos. If not, enjoy this video because it's going to be a long one. Thank you for watching. The first pick in the draft goes to the Pistons, and they selected Cade Cunningham as expected. Cade is the best overall prospect in this draft and has all the tools to become the Pistons franchise player for a long time. Home run pick, and by the way, I love the Buffs too, my boy. The Buffs was going crazy. They went stupid, my boy. So salute the UK, congratulations, and it's time to go to work. Let's go. With the second pick, the Rockets took Jalen Green from the G League Ignite. In short, Jalen is a dynamic scorer and one of the key building blocks for the Rockets after trading James Harden away. He's a franchise-level player, and this is an awesome pick. And hey, that suit though, that suit was fly. That was fly, you know. That was so fly, bro. That was so fly. But congratulations, Jalen Green, and keep up the swag, my boy, because the swag is immaculate. With the third pick, the Cavaliers went and got Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley is a versatile big man that can do damn near anything on the floor, including the defensive end. He fits well on this Cleveland roster too, even if they re-sign Jared Allen. Mobley is skilled enough to be a 4, and if the Cavs keep Kevin Love, I think he'll be a great mentor for Mobley to have on this team. Alright, number 4, the Toronto Raptors select Scottie Barnes. And this was probably the first surprise of the draft, as everybody thought Jalen Suggs would go for, but Scottie Barnes was still in the range of 3 to 5, so it's not too big of a surprise, but I do like the fit for Scottie on the Raptors. And Scottie is one of my favorite prospects in this class because of his size, athleticism, and fervor for the game. Just putting it flatly, Scottie loves basketball and it shows so much on the floor, and I think he'll fit well because of the identity he has and the identity that the Raptors have. Those two identities fit like a glove, and I think he's going to be a really, really good player for the Raptors going forward. With the 5th pick, the Magic really had no choice but to take Jalen Suggs. And Jalen Suggs is an interesting prospect to me because of his path to growth. It's real large, and as of right now, Jalen is a great defender, an excellent passer, and he brings good energy. He's also a connector on the floor, and I think that's very valuable. Right now, he's not really a scorer. He's not like a bucket getter for real, and he's not really an effective shooter in my eyes, but that doesn't mean he can't become that. You just got to remember this. Only a year ago did he fully commit to basketball because of his exploits as a high school quarterback. He's the top-rated quarterback in the country, and he decided to choose basketball, and now he's giving it his all in that. So it's going to be interesting to see how he grows as a player, and his base is really good as of right now, and it's a good get for the Magic. A high character guy, a guy that's going to be able to come in and work hard and attempt to get better. So I am very intrigued to see how he fits in with the backcourt with Markelle, Cole Anthony, RJ Hampton, especially with Markelle, because on the defensive end I think they can be a terror, but scoring wise I'm not sure how they will work out, but it should be interesting to see going forward. Salute to you and congratulations, Jalen. And with the 6th pick, the Thunder surprised a lot of people by not taking Jonathan Kuminga, but taking Josh Giddey. And he was the biggest surprise so far, well, at least to me. I didn't think he'd go 6 with, like I said, Kuminga still on the board, but I don't hate the pick. Giddey is a highly skilled player, and he's a great playmaker, facilitator, and he has a high IQ and is manipulative on the offensive end. And he has an upside to become a really good scorer as he matures. He has the base to be a savvy scorer, and the way he can read the floor and find gaps and things like that, I think he'll become a really good player. So I like the pick. I think he'll be a really good fit in the Thunder's guard rotation, and it never really hurts to have too much playmaking on the floor and on your team. So good pick. congratulations, Josh. With the 7th pick in the draft, the Warriors take Jonathan Kuminga. JK is a young player with a ton of potential, and as of right now, he has the tools to be a great defender, a great finisher, and a good playmaker. And the Warriors being able to land him is absolutely great, and he'll be able to learn in a great environment surrounded by great players and great coaching. And for those who are worried about him being another James Wiseman type of season all over again, I'll pump the brakes on that. JK has been in the NBA type system already with the Ignite, and he won't have as steep of a learning curve as some of the other guys who went to college and have to adapt to the college system and then go back and adapt to the NBA system. And I think he has a leg up in that sense, and I think he'll be able to come in and contribute for the Warriors, and he'll be able to get better going forward, being surrounded by all-time great players. So, great pick for the Warriors, and congratulations to you, Jonathan Kuminga. With the 8th pick, the Orlando Magic take Franz Wagner, forward from Michigan. The Magic get some shooting and defense with this pick, as well as some depth at the wing position. Franz is your typical 3-and-D prospect and should be a really good starter-level rotation player in the NBA for a long, long time. And he might get the chance to play with his big brother Mo. So, hoping that happens. It should be fun for them. With the 9th pick, the Kings took Davion Mitchell, which is a guard from Baylor. And this pick raised so many questions for me. The Kings, as of right now, already have 3 solidified guards. And looking at their roster for next season, why would you use a top 10 pick on another guard? That's not going to... bruh, I can't tell you. Well, no. Why would you use a top 10 pick on a guard when you already have 3 solidified guards and you have 1 quality wing? I would have gone with Moses Moody here, but I don't run the Kings, so Davion Mitchell it is. And this is coming off as dismissive of Davion, and I don't want it to be that way, but the Kings really fumbled the bag with this one. I don't know what the hell they were thinking, but outside of that, Davion is a good player that'll lock up and get buckets, and I'm a guy that prefers best fit over the best player available, but I'm not even sure if he was the best player available at this time for this team when you had Moses Moody on the board who could come in and help your team, or even James Bouknight. Like, I don't know, bro. Congratulations to Davion Mitchell. I hope you do excellent in the NBA. I love watching you at college, so much success to you, and I hope you do really, really well. So, yeah. At the 10th spot, the Grizzlies selected Zaire Williams, which is a forward from Stanford. I love Zaire's game, and I love this pick for the Grizzlies. Zaire has a high upside, and at times the Grizzlies this year struggled to score the ball, and Zaire will be able to help alleviate that because of his shooting stroke. He can shoot the leather off the ball. From what I saw, he can shoot the leather off the ball. He's confident, and he wants to play defense. So I think he'll fit in very well with that grit and grind culture in Memphis. So I give this pick a good grade. I'm not gonna say a specific grade because I don't get into that, but I love this pick for the Grizzlies. So congratulations to you, Zaire, and much success to you going to the Grizzlies. With the 11th pick, the Charlotte Hornets took James Bouknight, which is a guard from UConn. I like this pick for the Hornets. James Bouknight is an explosive scorer and has an interesting potential as a playmaker. And with the Hornets not retaining Devontae Graham this offseason and potentially losing Terry Rozier, Malik Monk, or the Martin twins after this upcoming season, they're going to need someone to fill that scoring hole that either Terry Rozier, Malik Monk, or Devontae Graham will create by leaving. So I like the pick for them. I like James Bouknight as a player. He seems like he'll be an explosive scorer. He can come off the bench. He can start. He can do a lot of different things, and he got some bounce. He got some bounce to the ounce. So congratulations to you, James Bouknight, and I think this is a really good fit for the Hornets. With the 12th pick, the San Antonio Spurs took Josh Primo, guard from Alabama. And this was the biggest surprise in the lottery overall. Nobody really expected to see Josh Primo go in the lottery, but it works. I like Josh Primo a lot, and I was kind of surprised that San Antonio took him, just taking another guard. Well, they're going to bet on the upside with Josh Primo as he's the youngest player in the class, and he played in an NBA-style system at Alabama, and he has the talent to be a good player in the NBA. He can get downhill, he can boogie, he can shoot it, and he's a solid passer. And he also looks to be a solid defender as well. And hopefully we get a chance to watch him in the Summer League, and we can go from there. It's not a bad pick in my opinion, just a surprise. With the 13th pick, the Indiana Pacers took Chris Duarte, guard from Oregon, and I'm a bit indifferent about this pick because I'm not sure what direction Indiana is going in, just going forward. They have a nice treasure trove of good players, but as a unit, I don't really know their ceiling, as they're a fringe playoff team that's not good enough to compete for a title, but they're not bad enough to go into full rebuild mode to try to get a new franchise player. So that makes me a bit indifferent, and I think Chris will be able to come in and provide a scoring lift for the Indiana Pacers. And with the final pick in the lottery, the 14th pick, the Golden State Warriors take Moses Moody, a forward from Arkansas. I absolutely love this pick for the Warriors, and I don't know why certain team Kings, like why. Never mind. Moses Moody will be able to come in for the Warriors and have an impact on day one because of his transferable skills and the fact that he's 19 and still has room to grow as a player. Moses will fit right in as he is an unselfish player and is used to playing with ultra-talented teammates if you go back to his high school resume. Alright, now it's time to look at the non-lottery first-round picks that I absolutely love. The Hornets. Start with the Hornets. The Hornets were able to trade back and still get a player that fits so well with LaMelo Ball. Kai Jones. Kai Jones is a 7-footer who's a former track athlete, and he can get out and run. He can finish plays and erase opportunities for the opposing team at the rim. And I really love this fit with Kai Jones and the Charlotte Hornets. The pick was excellent, and they stole him. He was projected to go 11, and they traded back and got him at 19. That's amazing. Congratulations to you, Kai Jones, and shout out to the Hornets for pulling that off. That's gonna be a great fit. They're gonna be fun as they're gonna be fun as all get out. I'm telling you. The second first-round non-lottery pick that I love was the Clippers getting Jalen Johnson. Jalen Johnson is a guy who could come in and play defense and learn from a vet-led team and be able to speed up his process by being with the Clippers as an organization. Similarly to a guy that's not the same kind of player, not the same type of skills that came in, but similar to a situation like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So I think he'll be able to come in and be a guy that can help right away with defense and things like that, get some minutes here and there, but really be able to just sit back and learn from guys like PG, Kawhi, guys like that, and be able to be in a good environment that a team's competing to win a championship. So great pick by the Clippers to get up and steal a guy like Jalen Johnson with a lot of upside. And last but certainly not goddamn least, you got the Rockets. All three of their first round non-lottery picks, I love them. They got guys like Josh Christopher, they got Usman Garuba, and they got Alperen Sengun. All three of those guys will be able to come in and provide talent to a team where the cupboard is really, really bare. I've already explained how much I like Josh Christopher as a guy who comes in and plays defense and has the potential to be a scorer as he comes along and learns the NBA game a little bit more and slows down. And then they went and got Usman. Usman is a tenacious defending big that brings tremendous energy, and you're getting a highly skilled, highly decorated Turkish big man, Alperen Sengun. And the Rockets are just gathering talent, and I'm so here for it, bro. Like, especially with Jalen and Josh, them playing at high school and being able to have that bond and making Jalen a little bit more comfortable and just have an environment conducive of having fun first, and then we can get to winning. So the Rockets did a damn good job in the first round getting three guys that are highly talented and with upside. So, yep. Shout out to the Rockets. First, Isaiah Todd. Isaiah Todd went to the Wizards with the 31st pick, and it's a really good pick. Really good value for a guy like Isaiah Todd, who's highly talented, familiar with the NBA style of play coming from the G League Ignite, and being able to be a floor spacer. He's a really, really good athlete too, who has nice vision and always looks to make the right play. Defensively, he's a little bit meh, but he's only 20 years old, and I'm going to buy into his development with the Wizards. So, good pick by the Wizards, and they had a sneaky good draft. The second guy I'm high on in the second round is Jeremiah Robinson Earl. Another 4-man that I'm invested in. He can do a lot of things really, really well, and he's highly skilled coming from a good school like Villanova that puts out a lot of NBA contributors. And I think it's going to be a good pickup for the Thunder. A guy that can come in and be a utility player. He has a nice mid-range jumper. He can really rebound the ball. He's a solid defender. He's a good passer. So I think he'll come in and be able to provide some value for the Thunder as they continue to rebuild their team. The third guy I'm going to go with is Isaiah Livers. Isaiah Livers is a veteran that played at Michigan, and he's staying close to where he went to school at and will be playing with the Pistons. And the Pistons are just continuing to stockpile wings, and Isaiah will be added to that list after the first handful of games that he plays with the Pistons. The talent will be evident when you see him play. He can shoot it, he can defend, and he's a solid playmaker. And he's also a connector player that brings a lot of energy, and I think it's a steal for the Pistons. I love the pick. Fourth, Kessler Edwards. And I know I'm saying a lot of forwards, but forwards are valuable. And Kessler Edwards was drafted by the Nets, and he's more than likely going to stay on the team because the Nets are going to need some players who can provide cheap labor while they shell out all their money to their big three. Kessler Edwards is a versatile forward who can shoot the lights out from all over the floor and is a solid defender and rebounder. So this is a good pickup for the Nets, and they had a sneaky good draft too, picking up Cam Thomas, picking up Day'Ron Sharpe. And like I said, they're going to need cheap labor because they're going to be paying Kyrie, KD, and James Harden damn near $500 million. It might be more than $500 million. I have to double check, but it's a lot of goddamn money. So they're going to need cheap labor, and this is really, really good cheap labor. And fifth, Sharife Cooper. Reef. Hey, man. Hey. I don't know what took so long, but Sharife is a first-round talent, and for whatever reason, he slipped to the second round, maybe because of his size or his jumper. I don't know. I really don't know. And I know it took me a while to say this, but he's on the list. And Sharife is what I like to call a table setter. He's a guy who can get buckets, has elite playmaking ability, and he can set the table for guys who aren't as skilled to be able to get their own points. Guys that are going to catch lobs, hit open corner threes, get hit on cuts and things like that. And Sharife has really good vision and has the ability to be able to hit those kind of players. And I think he goes into a really good situation in Atlanta, being behind Trae Young, and they needed a backup one, so that's a really good fit with them. And this is an absolute steal. Being only 20 years old, and only the attractions being his inconsistent jumper and his turnover problems outside of his size. So good pick for the Hawks, and you got an absolute steal. Oh, I kind of made a boo-boo. Yeah, I forgot about his size being equated to his defense not being good, and that probably played a factor into it, but still, the offensive value that he will bring to your team outweighs the fact that he's small and won't be able to play effective defense. So, yeah, I thought I had to add that because it's pretty important. So, yep. And to wrap it up, we're going to give my top 5 draft classes with the Don stamp of approval. And this is taking into account the entire class, not just one pick. And it's going for the best collection of talent that will be able to fit in, or the best collection of guys that will be able to come in and contribute to a specific team. And it's not in any particular order, it's just going off what came to my mind first. The first team that came to mind was the Detroit Pistons. And oh my God, did they hit on their 2 picks. I just talked about Isaiah Livers and his chance to contribute right away. And obviously, with the first pick, they got their franchise player with Cade Cunningham. And after a long time, things are really, really starting to look up in Detroit. So, you get the Don stamp of approval. Second team that comes to mind for me is the Houston Rockets. The Rockets were able to gather a good amount of first-round talent to a bare cupboard. They were able to get a dynamic scorer and a franchise-level player in Jalen Green, a highly skilled big in Alperen Şengün, and 2 Energizer bunnies in Usman Garuba and Josh Christopher. It'll be fun to watch, but I don't think they're going to win a ton of games. But they're definitely going to be a league pass treat for this whole season. It's going to be a lot of fun, but a lot of L's. And you get the Don stamp of approval. Third, we got the Warriors. And I don't know if it's getting a lot of attention or not, but the Warriors walked away from this draft with a top 5 talent and a hell of a plug-and-play piece with upside. There was much to be said about the Warriors not trading these 2 picks along with Wiseman and Wiggins for a superstar player, but I don't know if there was an actual trade partner there for the Warriors to actually make a trade. And outside of that, with the picks that they have, and if they do keep them going forward, the Warriors are building a really nice young core around their vets, and hopefully they'll be able to compete for a championship in this upcoming season. But if not, I'm not opposed to what they did during the draft, because after Steph and them are done, you got Wiseman, you got Kuminga, you got Moses Moody, you got guys like Nico Mannion, you got guys like Jordan Poole, and you just got to have a nice collection of talent that's not bare once your superstar players are done playing or on the backside of their career. So Warriors, you get the Don stamp of approval. 4th, we got the Hornets. Charlotte did a damn good job. They were able to address their team needs. They filled in their upcoming scoring hole before it even happened, and they got a player that will work in tandem with their franchise player and provide great value. And they got in the second round, they got JT Thor, who is a player that's gonna need some work, but if he hits, boy. It's gonna be crazy. So, damn good job, Charlotte. Did a damn good job, brother. Salute to y'all, and y'all gonna be fun to watch too, along with the Rockets. So, league pass team. Hopefully, y'all can make the playoffs this year, cause y'all got a nice squad, bro. Got a nice squad. Hopefully you can turn this into a 7-8 seed, because you don't need to be in the lottery anymore. You need to be in the 16s with your talent and your roster. Charlotte, you get the Don stamp of approval. And last but not least, the Hawks. Hawks had a sneaky good draft, bro. They were able to come out with 2 steals. They were able to get 2 ultra-talented young players with great upside and add them to their young mix of players that were in the Eastern Conference Finals this past year. They got Jalen Johnson at 21, which is, boy, Jalen Johnson is really, really talented, and hopefully the Hawks can help him get it all together in his talent range, because he has talent and it's evident, but it's kind of scattered. So if they're able to help him organize that and get it in the right place, and he's able to provide for this team, that's a steal. And I just mentioned Sharif Cooper a couple minutes ago. Sharif Cooper is probably going to be the steal of the second round in this draft. So, yeah, man. Hawks, you get the Don stamp of approval. That's going to wrap it up for this video. Thank you for tuning in with your boy Don and getting cozy. And down below, let me know what you think about the draft. I need to get y'all thoughts on the draft too. Draft time is always a fun time of year, and watching college basketball helps me get the leg up on some of these prospects and that I know something about. And yeah, man, this was fun making. This was fun doing all of this stuff. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe already. What you doing? If you haven't liked the video, like the video already. What you doing, bro? What you got going on, champ? Like the video, subscribe, hit the bell next to it too, bro. And then after you do that, this is what you do for me. This is just do this for me though. Share the video. Put it on Twitter, put it on Instagram, TikTok, whatever you want to do with it. Send in a text message to your mom. Send it to your aunties, your uncles, your cousins, your second cousins, your long lost cousins, your long lost brother, your half brother, your whatever. Send it to them. Let them know to come and get cozy with your boy Don, man. Come on, man. Until next time, everybody stay cozy.